You couldn't see the sides of the mountains. It was all orange, yellow, just fire. That's all you could see is fire. I'm already in it. What can I do? Do I stop? If I stop, I burn. I'll burn up alive there. I came up to a little town called Fillmore, Utah. And as I passed that town, I seen, 10, 15 fire trucks on the shoulder on the side of the interstate. Each truck had their firemen, 2, 3, 4 firemen per truck. And they weren't talking to each other. I mean, they were all right there next to their trucks, like waiting for something to happen. You could see the smoke. And it's out there in the distance. It's not unusual to see smoke. I mean, you see forest fires all the time, but they're all controlled, or if they're not, they got roadblocks. So I slow down. I'm talking to truckers on the radio. Hey, is anything going on? I mean, are we supposed to stop? Is there a roadblock? And nobody could answer. And I'm like, no. I mean, So I continue on, and I'm going down there. I can still see the smoke. I got my AC on, and I'm just cruising. I start my climb. The smoke starts getting closer and closer. The smoke was at a distance down in the flats, and as soon as I come to the mountain, it's like the smoke came around, and it came from behind the mountain and over us. And then I seen an RV. It had come to a dead stop on the passing lane, just a dead stop. And I'm thinking I'm going 40, 50 miles an hour. And I'm lucky that there was nobody else on the slow lane, so I just swerve around them. And at that time, I'm just cursing them out. As I pass them, swerve around them, I see why they stop. I mean, it goes from gray to black. I mean, gray to black. And as soon as I pass them, I see the darkness. And then I go, oh my God, what did I get myself into? Could not turn around because I have a 53-foot trailer. The smoke is so dark, even if I was to find an exit, I would miss it. That's how dark it was. I mean, it was pitch dark. I made it about a quarter of the way up the mountain, maybe 5 miles in this dark smoke. And this dark, I'm driving with my head up in the windshield, because I cannot see the road. I'm just trying to focus on the lines. If there's a car in front of me, I'm running it over because I can't see him. I got a towel on my passenger seat. I just grabbed that towel and just put it around my head and tuck it in here, cover my mouth and nose with it. My cab is already now full of smoke. It's just about as bad as inside as outside. I probably traveled another 2 or 3 miles, and then all of a sudden, like I said, this dark smoke just ignites. If I opened the door, I would have burned up. I mean, that's how bad the fire was. I was trying to stay on the road, and I was also looking up, and I swear that I could say that fire was probably 3 to 4 stories tall. It was, it was the coolest thing, but yet the scariest thing, imaginable. The only thing I could see was the fire going from right to left. You couldn't see the sides of the mountains. It was all orange, yellow, just fire. That's all you could see is fire. I'm already in it. What can I do? Do I stop? If I stop, I burn. I'll burn up alive there. So, the only chance that I really had was for the truck to keep going. My worry was, truck, don't die. truck don't die. That was my biggest fear, that my truck would have stalled on me. When you're climbing and you got 40-some thousand in the box, you can't go very fast. So I'm probably running 20 to 30 miles an hour, and I'm probably on fifth or sixth gear. Lights were going off, buzzers going off. Everything was telling me, shut it down, shut it down. But I can't do that, of course. My cab was so full of smoke in there, and you could feel the heat coming out of the sides, the floor, it was just hot. And I wanted to open the window so bad, but I knew that if I was to roll that window down a little bit, that would have been it. So I said, well, just hang on, just hang on. Sweat was dripping down my face. I mean, it was so hot in there. My steering wheel was getting hot. Everything was just so hot. There was fire coming out of the hood, underneath the hood. It's got air breathers on the two sides. They were just fire coming out, not smoke, just fire coming out of there. I could see my doors, fire flames coming upwards from the sides of my doors. I seen the fire coming out of my filters, out of my truck, underneath my hood. There was just fire coming out of everywhere. My what do you call them? My buzzers on my truck was going off. The lights were all flashing. It was just a miracle that the truck did not, stall on me. It kept going. It was nothing but a furnace. And then I seen the end of the fire. And when I seen the end of the fire, I said, I made it. I've got through. I don't care how much this thing burns. If there's an opening, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna take it. When I pulled over, it was just burning. When I grabbed that door handle, it actually burned my hand to open the door. That's how hot it was out there. I must have been doing about 60 miles an hour on foot. It seemed like it. I was running as fast as I could. They just flew right through there, and when they see me running down the interstate, they pulled over. She is just scared, so scared. She jumps out and she's checking the babies in the back. And you could tell that she is, in fear. And I tell her, what, jump in the back, take care of your kids, let me drive us out of here. Because that fire is right on our backside, it's coming at us. And those babies were just suffocating back there. We took off and we got out of there, and probably 2 or 3 miles down the road, we see a roadblock. There's a row of cars probably 10 miles long heading northbound. They had roadblocks. And I'm telling the police officer, why don't you guys have roadblocks going southbound? What's the point of blocking one side and not the other? You want to just have half of the people survive and not the other half? His answer was that they didn't expect that fire to jump as quick. In reality, I should be dead. I should be burned up right now. And they had no answers for me, just that they were shorthanded, and he was very sorry. Windshield actually melted. All the glass on the truck melted. The only thing that was left of it was just the frame. And what's really crazy is that tanks never exploded. I survived because I was a very lucky person and a good driver. I kept my head. I think that's the only thing that saved my life.